We're all made up of stories, and so, God, that sounds cheesy. We're all made up of stories and stardust, but it is true, not the stardust part, although maybe. So it's about just sharing that. Hi, I'm Ash Flanders, I'm 21 years old, and I'm the writer-performer of End Of. Ash Flanders is a writer-performer from Melbourne who writes shows in a way to try and process his life and hopes that you find it interesting because you're probably trying to understand life as well. I really love making people laugh, that's my favourite thing to do, and I think within that laughter you can take people to some pretty interesting places. The more personal stuff that I share, even though it sounds so niche, people relate to it. Stories about parents, stories about growing up, stories about jobs you hate or exes or that time you embarrassed yourself. People relate that. We're all made up of stories. Most of my shows are very much about like what is genuinely bothering me or what I'm genuinely trying to like make sense of. And so every show is kind of unpacking something and trying to look at everything from a bunch of different ways. And I used to have such hard opinions about things, and now I just see a lot more grey in everything. The Ash that you'll meet in the show End Of is very much who I am at heart. It's who I was those 2 years ago before the pandemic, before there were so many things in my life that went crazy. But this was like, at that point, my biggest problem was I hated my job and my mum was getting really old and it was really scary. Since then, the world has really changed. But the Ash you'll meet, that was his main concern and he was trying to unpack all of that. My hope with my show is that it's like having a coffee with a really funny friend. And it just happens to be that you never get to talk. It's just them talking, which for me is my favorite kind of coffee date, if you want to go for one. And so I'm trying to entertain you and also make you think a little bit. Stories and Stardust, the Ash Flanders story, yeah.